welcome to the channel. So I'm choosing a different camera today, just for fun, and also because I'm lazy. I don't want to set up another camera. Please excuse, I did a peel on my face. It's a little red. Hopefully it doesn't, bother you too much. Okay, so Aries, let's see what's coming up for you. Spirit angels and guides. I used there's a product called Mixune, and it is fermented soy, and you can use it as a peel for anti-aging, and I use their face wash as well, and sometimes it's a little strong, but let's just see what we're getting. First and foremost, I want to thank you for tuning into the channel, for supporting me, and for those of you that most recently have purchased jewelry of mine, I appreciate that too. I did make this new bracelet called a warrior bracelet, and it has dragon's blood beads and obsidian, and honestly, when I was wearing it, you feel like this root chakra strength, just like I am strong. I had to actually take it off for a while, like I'm okay, like I just want to chill, because I'm more of a Pisces. I have Pisces moon and Venus and water. I have a lot of water sign energy. So sometimes though, when I feel sensitive, or if you feel like assault, like you feel very sensitive to something, it could be a good idea to sort of put on that like a shield of strength, and that's what that bracelet really felt like. So I'm not making that up to sell it. Doesn't matter to me, but that's just how it felt. So let's see here. I want to get for you, I'm using this deck here called the Heaven and Hell Oracle. The Oracle of Heaven and Hell. So it gives you two perspectives, and I really like it. It gives you like the perspective of heaven, and it gives you the perspective, a different sort of perspective as well. So okay, let's see, Spirit. I've already done a couple of Aries reads today, but I don't know, energies might shift. And so I'm just gonna make some space. I also have a whole lineup of moldabites right here, so that is like really empowering. But I don't know, that warrior bracelet is pretty strong. And also, I had my zirconia crown removed because it was making me feel, ever since I got to put it on, I was trying to get to a baseline to remove anything that could be making me sick. I stopped coffee. I just got down to like bare bones, meat and vegetables, like chicken and vegetables. And then I thought, I did a Google search, and it said some people can be allergic to a crown. So I went and had it taken off, and I feel better than ever. So, Spirit, what's going on for Aries? What do they need to see? Like, it's hard to be feeling happy too when physically you are not well. Okay. Good pen. Everywhere. Okay. So, of course, in the way right here. All right. So some of you are really smart. You have street smarts. You also have education, but you also are smart. Like you know what's up with people. You have literally like street smarts. Just curious, like, is that too bright? Make it brighter, make it less bright. Okay, whatever. Okay. So some of you are really, really smart. I'm getting witty, intellectual for your earnings. So you could be rich and you could have nice stuff. Like some of you have like Birkin bags and like all the nice things that success can bring you. cars and houses and nice clothes to wear and stuff. Some of you are also really smart just getting yourself into and out of situations. Like you can put yourself into a situation where you'd be very successful. You're also really good at speaking, depending on your Mercury placement as well, but probably confidence in your speaking skills is something that is helping you. So you're very eloquent. Make sure with this card, it says, don't be, persuaded to do something against your morals or ethics. Because somebody could be like, that Aries is really good. They could sell my product. They could just launch it out there. But if you don't believe in it, then I wouldn't do it. To be credible, and that's important. You don't want to just sell anything, Some of you have a big platform, like you're famous. You're famous in your town, you're famous in your school, you're famous in your job, you're like the top sales, you've got like the award and all that stuff. Some of you by I don't really understand this card and how it's a thing. Traveling by sea is an issue for you for some reason, like flying or boat. I don't really know how that would be a problem. Traveling by sea, having to always be not home could be an issue. Okay. I'll have to look up this one because I'm not really sure. I'm not even sure what the word means. Clemency? I'm not really sure what clemency is, so let me get that so I'm... Oh, justice. Libra placements, so you could want things to be fair for you, for other people, for the community. You could see injustice and think, that is not fair, and it could trigger something in you where you're like, I need to make that fair. I need to make that right. Other signs like Capricorn and who else? Virgo, sometimes Taurus, just see it as a part of life. Like, things aren't fair. And it's like you win some, you lose some. But you, Aries, here, wanting something to be, wanting to have things corrected. It said here justice or court, legal executives, attorneys. It could bother you a lot to see, some of you kind of are like an advocate for someone. So being an advocate, that's a good thing. Let's see here. So the problem with that could be, justice at all costs. Like, at what cost? Yeah. So, like, say you're a credit card collector and you call someone and say, hey, you're behind on your bill. We're going to freeze all your bank accounts and kick you out of your house. Like... Like, that's just justice at what cost? So being mindful of, like, you could learn from a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. They see things just is. Like, it is just a part of life. And they're kind of like, eh. But you don't want to dampen your zeal. I have zeal. I saw an old elderly woman in the backseat of a van crying, yelling, help me, help me. And at first I was like, I don't know what to do. In hindsight, I should have just gone over to the van. The windows were down and asked her if she's okay. For some reason, I ran into the store and got a police officer and said there's a woman out in the van. And I was going to call 911, but then I thought, I don't want to overreact. long story short, the daughter was in the store. Somehow the daughter came running out, and it was like 120 outside and in the desert, and she gave her some water, and I thought, oh my god, okay. But I just drove away after that point. I thought, I'm gonna let them handle it. If I'd called cops, then everybody gets felonies and everybody goes to prison. Hindsight, maybe I could have just called the police. I don't know. And not worry about it. Just let the chips fall. Some of you get rage. Oh, look at that. Okay, so my name is Amy, and I got Amy Rage. Some of you like that. Like, I was enraged for hours, if not the whole day. I saw this elderly woman in a car. It enraged my soul. So, mental force, being in control of your mental capacities, sort of like really getting control over that power, that powerful rage. The rage is symbolic here of, it looks like a dragon, but I'm not quite sure. Rage. I also got here, some of you are a spiritual warrior. You are very connected to the other side of the veil. You're very connected to spirits, angels, and ancestors. Don't be tempted to use black arts or dark arts. The law of return is that it would typically come back to you at least 3 times. So that would be like voodoo, or I don't know, anything dark, hexes. Okay. Some of you are dealing with physical illnesses, like I was. You need to go through a process of healing. Healing is the process. There might be something where it's not overnight, but it's like in a week I'll be back to how I was, or in a month I'll be back to how I was. For me, it was like 2 days. I'm like, I'm back. But okay. Let's see what we have. We got here. Spirit, show us what Aries needs to know in the upcoming future. Break a cycle of... Okay, I just pulled that, so I'm not going to take that one. Okay. Ooh. This is a big one. Okay. So this is a really good one, and this is actually one I had this morning. Some of you are dealing with a person named Rachel or Rochelle, or someone says their name like Rachel, Rochelle, or Rachel. Okay, so some of you are going to have restitution for something that was unfair to you. It was like just radical fine, or it's like I rolled through a stop sign and I didn't, but if I did roll through a stop sign, and maybe the fine should be $200, and it's like, I don't know, $495, or you roll through a stop sign, nothing happens, you just rolled through the line, and the fee is $798. And you're like, what? And then if you're past the deadline, every day would be 20% of that tacked on. Before you know it, you're $5,000 in debt, or some crazy number. You're going to get restitution for that, because the law of return and karma is that was an unfair fine or an unfair cost to you, and it was wrong. Okay, some of you are having a lot of karma play out and then be rectified with the angels on your side. Yeah, it's done. It's over with. Whatever that unfair thing was, you may have gone to such a depths of despair with something where you were like, I just can't deal with this. Like, it feels like it never stops. You're actually going to get feeling like that phoenix rising and just totally like you're going through a rebirth. Some of you really felt like this was the end, like the end of your career, so damaging, like you can't come back from it. No, it's going to be like as if it never was. Because that was probably like some kind of negative energy just existing. Many of you are going to have a realization of your deepest dreams. You are dealing with an unpleasant thoughts that could have been put there by other people, bullies or trolls or family, who knows, neighbors, could be anybody. Releasing unpleasant thoughts about yourself, and you will have the fruition and realization of your dreams. This card is coming out. I believe it's going to happen for you. You're going to not see yourself that way anymore. You're going to see it as a projection of somebody else's insecurity or anger or something. Yeah, many of you are going to have new friends. Some of you had friends who took advantage of you in one way or another. Like they just like they maybe have only wanted to be your friend because you would buy them things or something like that. So that's part of the problem here. And you are going to have real, true friends, people who like you. They like to be around you. They actually like you. They're not just like, what can I get at the end of this? You know, looking at your wallet or there's maybe even something like where someone thought you'd be a good match for their son. Like they wanted to get to know you because like that, like something like weird. Yeah, this is a family problem. You can reconcile, but the problem is still there. So you could reconcile if you choose to, but the problem is still there. What's the problem? Ooh, traitors. It doesn't have to be actual traitors, but somebody's very, very ambitious, like overly ambitious to the point where they would do like anything to get ahead. And this is part of the problem, money. Political ambition in the community, reputation, doing well at a job, power. I think some people don't even care about money, they just care about power. How can they make other people do things? They tried to delay something for you, Aries. This is over with. You may have been angry about it. You have a new beginning here. Okay, you have a fresh start. Phoenix rising. Okay. Where's my... Okay. I'm going to have to do this on my lab. All right, so let's see what we get here for Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Truth. Clarity. A new beginning. Ace of Swords. Ooh, Ace of Fire. New fire. So new law, new information, new idea, new passion. Doing it immediately. Oh my goodness gracious. Tower. What happens here? Like, wow. The Tower is a major arcana for disruptive change. 5 of coin. I didn't have enough, or something was taken from me because I didn't have it to begin with. I had some, but you're going to get more than you anticipated. The world. Okay. The world is like success and great, huge accomplishment. You're going to be able to count on others. Something is going to generate revenue and be consistent. Wow, it's going to make you actually really happy. Ace of Cups. I like the node shift. So the node shift out of Aries took the passion of the dragon out of Aries. So you are more like, I'll just let it take care of itself. Universe. Nine of Coins. Somebody's taking independent action. Doing it on their own terms. What are you... Oh, you want it to be done. So you want the death? You want this cycle to close out. Okay, no problem here. You get a 6 of Coin. What's under? You're worried about it. Okay, so you're paid, you're granted, you're given the wish, you're given what was taken away from you. You have that restitution. Oh, remember I said the Fool energy? You're breaking free. You're unburdened, fresh and new. It's a brand new, fresh cycle. So you're going from the world, the Omega, the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, all because of the wheel. So the wheel is turning in your favor. Good. Fortune and good karma. Okay, we have here a 4 of Swords and a 10 of Wands. There may have something where you were heavily burdened or heavily pressured. King of Pentacles is here. King of Water is here. There's 2 kings. So there's people making changes. Water sign, earth sign. Strength, courage. Oh, 8 of Rods. Something happens. Accelerating communication. The Sun, happy, joyful, positive. Good tidings. Sun. You're waiting on someone. Someone is avoiding. King of Swords. Someone's going to put a stop to something. The Devil. The Devil was there. So someone's going to put a stop to something. Oh, I said the Devil was there. Here it is. There's some information that will be learned, gleaned, knowledge, wisdom. Maybe you showed someone. We have the Emperor. You took back your power. You're in charge. You're in control. Ooh, I like it. 6 of Coin. You're getting the benefit that you need, the money you need, the offer you need, something to include you to balance out the scales. Okay, the Fair. 6 of Pentacles is fair. It's like, it's not so out of balance. But that's what I have for you, Aries. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.